Hello, dear people. Hello, all my lovely subscribers and or friends. All of you who care about the things I have to say, and yet, to this day, I still don't understand why you care so much. Today, I have for you a subject on Kickstarter.com. You know, that is quite possibly the biggest bandwagon on the internet right now, making fun of Kickstarter projects, and by God, I'm jumping that fucking bandwagon hardcore. Now today, before I get started, I want to show you a short 2.5-minute presentation created by one Andrew Snyder from Hollidaysburg, Pennsylvania. I didn't dox him, he doxed himself on Kickstarter. What a fucking idiot. But this is a 2.5-minute video promoting to you, the viewers, his idea and his Kickstarter for a video game known as Androx, the Demon of Fire, the RPG. Oh, and please, do not fall asleep in this next video, despite the fact that I know it will be highly tempting to do so. Enjoy!
I am creating a Kickstarter a game on Kickstarter, and I need your help to fund it. In just a few moments, I'm going to show you some game footage from the game I'm making so that I can get funding. A little nervous, but here, I'll show you some footage. Hello, and here's some footage of my game. I'm only going to play a little bit of it because I don't want to reveal too much. First off, to start off talking to these guys. They're like your ancestors. They blame you for killing them, and they're haunting you. This is like a nightmare. Why should you never stop? Walk up here and talk to the old guy. Demon, your father and friends have died. I teleported you here because you are the only one. Black demons and all, blah blah blah. The one who will defend
you. Now that you have watched the video promoting this to you, and by God, wasn't that just some of the greatest video filmography ever? Wasn't that just one of the greatest things ever? Not only could you not hear what the fuck he was saying half the time, it would just look downright beautiful for an RPG, didn't it? Now, here's the thing. For this Kickstarter project, Andrew is asking a total of $35,000 that he needs in the next 19 days. He started this project yesterday, and in 19 days, he's looking to get $35,000. But then again, of course, we are expecting Andrew to be a highly intelligent person, and going by his bios, well, he just happens to be. As a matter of fact, his biography on Kickstarter says, "I'm Andrew, and I have a lot of things I want to do. I want to write a book, make a video game, and do my own art and comics. So far, we've already got horrible grammar. I also have my own web series on YouTube. I'm also majoring in information technology in college. I go to South Hills Business College in Altoona, Pennsylvania. I have taken Python, a gaming program language." Very impressive, don't you think? Now let's go ahead and look at the bio itself of this game. It says, "This is a project I have been working on for a while, on and off. I would like to work on it full time, but I don't have the funds to. When I submitted this project, before you asked what experience I have," oh, there's that beautiful grammar again, right guys? I have taken a couple of programming courses in my college. I am majoring in IT, information technology. I took Python, C#, C++, and a Java language. I also did some GUI or GUI programming styles like this program I am using to make the game. Some info on the game itself. It's about a demon who wants to get revenge on the tribe of vampires who killed his family. It's a classic storyline. It's much like, you know, playing a little bit of Romeo and Juliet, if you will. So, throughout the game, you hunt them and gain allies to aid you on the quest. It's pretty far along. I'll show some gameplay throughout the funding process. Now, all of his grammatical errors aside, we can tell we're working with a genius. Now, as for Java languages, there's not very many, and the most commonly used is probably JavaScript, Java scripting, which is a semi-difficult programming language to learn. But then again, he's taken C# and C++. Now, C# and C++ are not gonna be used that much in making a video game of this sort. Visual Basic is the basis of this, for the most part. Visual Basic Studio is what you need to know, or .NET, more than likely. Now, .NET, I do know. I also know Visual Basic Studio and Visual Basic 7. I know C#, C++, Perl, Java, HTML. I know all kinds of programming languages and scripts. That's what I went to school for, by the way. You look at it and say, well, it's kind of understandable for $35,000 for an RPG to be created, because you gotta deal with creating the sprites and coding everything, you know, from the ground up. It takes a lot of time to do this. There's one small issue with this, everyone. Dear viewers, dear friends, dear subscribers, dear everyone, please make note of what he is creating this in. The program he is using to create Androx, the Demon of Fire, is a video game creation software known as RPG Maker. And if he's halfway intelligent, he will be using the newest version, RPG Maker VX Ace, which is the program I just so happen to have installed on my computer right now. And I can tell you for a fact, this does not cost anywhere close to $35,000. The production cost of a game in RPG Maker does not cost $35,000. You can make this in your spare time. Unless, of course, you're intending to produce this and make a hell of a lot of money, there's no need for $35,000. And real quick, before I get any further into this video and I lose my train of thought, which has been known to happen before, I would like to talk about this name, Androx, the Demon of Fire. What exactly is Androx? That's a very strange name. You might be saying to yourself, what is that? What could it actually be? Well, with a very quick Google search, we find that Androx is a real thing. Androx, the most powerful libido booster for men and women, helps safely stimulate the body to produce testosterone, HGH, DHEA, and other important androgens for a younger, virile, sexy body. Super fast and free same-day shipping. Receive your Androx order in approximately 3 days. Introducing Androx, the most powerful libido booster and pro-hormone now available without a prescription. Instead of replacing a man's hormones, Androx stimulates the body to produce more of its own safe natural supply. And not just testosterone. The ingredients in Androx also boost a man's human growth hormone. Oh my, you know what that means. DHEA and other important androgens that have been shown by medical research to keep his body virile, strong, sexy, and yes, even younger. So what you are playing in Androx, the Demon of Fire, is you are playing the libido-boosting Demon of Fire. Not only that, but it's also penis enhancement drugs. Which leads to the question of exactly what Andrew is into. Is Andrew a heavy supporter of Androx? Does he have a very strong prescription? Does he order this on a monthly basis? One may never know, but one does wonder why you would just randomly say, I'm naming the main character of my game Androx. Where would you come up with this name? It's not the kind of name that you would just pop out of your head, I would not think. So, it is very questionable where he came up with the idea of Androx. Now back to the Kickstarter itself, my dear friends. The Kickstarter, $35,000 is what he needs to create a top-of-the-line RPG Maker game. Now, if you looked at the video, and I hope you watched the whole thing, and you are still awake on me, please do not be asleep, because we're just getting started, everyone. If you saw his ability with an RPG Maker, you saw that buildings were missing parts. And you saw doors were not completely there. You saw that buildings are made out of lava. And you also saw that he does not know how to type grammatically correctly to save his life. He doesn't know proper English, let alone the idea of creating a prologue which sets up a storyline. He has the idea of I'll just pop you into a room with 2 random little characters that you need to talk to so they can tell you, you let me die. With no explanation whatsoever, just to go meet an old man who gives you absolutely no explanation whatsoever either. He's like, you get to investigate this yourself. Which I don't mind a storyline that leads you to create it, or leads you to learn it. But, damn it, Andrew, I like it when a storyline is somewhat built up at the beginning of a game. I don't like just being popped into the middle of a room. My god, this is going back to Final Fantasy 1 on the NES. This is shit we got away from back in 1986, my good man. But, as with every Kickstarter project, there are rewards. You do get something. Or, for lack of a better term, absolutely jack shit for pledging to this young man. Let's go ahead and just take a look at the donation rewards, the pledging rewards. If you pledge $1 or more, you will get a shout out on his YouTube channel. We'll cover that in a moment, by the way, with a thank you. And if you have a channel, he will go ahead and share it on his YouTube. If you pledge $12 or more, you will get a copy of the game before anyone else a couple of days earlier, digitally. Now, what's the purpose of this? I don't know, since he will release this digitally anyway. The only other option is to make a bunch of SNES cartridges and put those as a custom ROM onto a cartridge for the Super Nintendo. This will cost a little bit more than doing $35,000, I would figure. I've already gone over the figures for making an NES cartridge, and Super Nintendo cartridges are a little bit more expensive. Not too much, but by God, with the current rate of fans for this project, he would have to order a lot. Now, the last one, and by God, this is one of the best rewards I've ever seen on Kickstarter in my entire life. And I've seen the Island of Equestria project, mind you. I have seen that, and I've laughed my ass off at it. If you pledge $25 or more, now mind you, there's only 100 available slots for this one, guys. This is highly desirable. If you pledge $25 or more, you get to beta test and sweep for bugs on his games. Now, let's just think about this real quick, dear viewers. You get to pay this man $25 to work for him. You get to pay Andrew to work for him. Doesn't that just sound fun? Doesn't that just sound glorious? Now you also get the previous 2 advantages. You get the previous 2 awards, so you get a advanced copy of a digital release game. And you also get absolutely nothing for pledging $1. Now, why do you get absolutely nothing? Well, dear friends, let's just look at his YouTube channel. And would you just look at that artwork in the background? Isn't that just beautiful? Now, you might be thinking and looking to yourself and saying, what is with the autistic retard sitting in front of a computer playing a game called MC? Well, the game MC is Minecraft. This man is a huge fan of Minecraft, and by God, he makes a lot of Let's Plays for Minecraft. Now, the character with the balding spot right in the middle, that is supposed to be Cloud Strife from Final Fantasy VII. And dear God, if he didn't just make this damn near perfect. Because I so remember Cloud Strife having a giant balding spot in the middle of his head. And never mind the nice pointy chin that just comes out of nowhere. And the fact that his right arm looks like it's been gnawed by a vicious dog down to the point where it's barely a stick. While his left arm has been worked out to the point it's much like that one character in the shitty M. Night Shyamalan movie, Lady in the Water, who was doing an experiment to see what would happen if you worked out one arm and not the other. That is our Cloud Strife, who is a huge fan of Minecraft, by the way. Now, this man, as I said, does Let's Plays. And are his Let's Plays good? Well, dear viewers, dear friends, dear subscribers, let me tell you, the answer would be no. They are horrible, to say the least. Why, he's even done a Let's Play of Final Fantasy VII. Well, he's done one episode so far. And what is one of the things he does? I hope you enjoy watching Random Encounters because, dear God, you're going to see every fight he has. So, when you pay for that $1 pledge, you are getting to have a shout out to the 6 people who actually watch his videos. Oh, I know he has 44 subscribers, but he's barely gotten above 6 to 10 viewers on any of his videos. I've looked, and he has a lot of videos, everyone. So this man, this genius Andrew Snyder. What can we take away from this particular video? From this particular Kickstarter? I've seen some scams. This man is one of the best. He is literally asking you to pay for his living expenses. He is asking you to pay for his food and his house. He's asking you to pay for every living expense he has, so as he can create a half-assed, ungrammatical, no storyline, poorly built RPG Maker video game. So congratulations, Andrew Snyder. You are quite possibly one of the dumbest people ever on Kickstarter. So people, please, feel free to go to the link in the description. It is the Kickstarter. If you would like, go ahead and pledge $1 so you can leave one simple comment to him. And I would love to see it. Tell him that the professor says you're a fucking idiot.